Okay, we're jumping to chapter 7, and this is about analyzing text. So it's going to be kind of interesting and fun and a bit different, something new. But just let's quickly take a look at the. I just want to show you the file. I just want to show you that it's quite long. So we won't have time to go through the whole code. Or I'm not sure actually if it's long because it's some stuff is repeated frequently. Anyway, I just want to show you that it's quite long. We'll see how much we go through it. You can see that it's quite long. Okay. So anyway, let's go back to here. Now we're going to analyze data, textual data. From IMDb. I'm sure most of you know IMDb, probably more than me, which is a movie database, right? Where is that? IMDb here. And the data that we're going to look at is what is called the movie tagline. It says it's composed of one or more comments, phrases, or sentences. The tagline is linked to the movie title and is used on movie posters and video covers. So let's see if we can find that. So I think that it's this part here. Okay, I think that's called the tagline. Alright, let's see a little bit more. So here's some examples of what we're going to be doing, like dates to a soulmate. So this is the tagline. Or 30 days of dice living. Some games will change your life. Okay, the tagline. And one question that he's going to try to answer is, he thinks that movies have changed over the years, and he says actually, but many movies since 2000 fail to hold his interest. So he's wondering, what is it about movies that makes them so different from one decade to the next? So this is maybe the purpose of this analysis. Now, furthermore, he says that the sole purpose of the tagline is to encourage people to watch the movie. So it's kind of an advertisement for the movie. But he says it's also a source of text describing what the movie's about. Now, here's a chart that he makes. We'll try to do this as well. This is the year of release from 1925 up to the present time, and the number of movies in the database. So we can see that the number of movies in the database is increasing very much, or maybe it's exponentially, but it's increasing a lot. And it seems like he's going to be working with movies from 1974 to 2013. Now he is going to have a set of 40 different documents, and that's going to be one for each year from 1974 to 2013. Now this part is, specific to this particular analysis that he's doing. Of course, if we did something else, we may have all of our data in one document or whatever, but he's got taglines in 40 separate documents, and from 1974 to 2013. Like we might have everything in one big Excel spreadsheet or something like that. So the initial analysis that he's going to have to, or not the initial, the data prep that he's going to have to do, data preparation that he's going to have to do, is different depending on how, what form the data is in. So it's important to realize that it's like this, a set of 40 documents right now. And the first thing he's going to come up with is the top 200 words in the data. Now, when we talk about textual data, we usually refer to it as a corpus. So he uses he says in the corpus. So here are the top 200 words. I guess the most frequently occurring words in the entire set of all those taglines in that 40-year period. So you can see, and I guess it looks like it's alphabetical, right? action, adventure, alive, America, American. America's bad, battle, beautiful, begin, begins, beyond, biggest, black, blood, body, born, boy, boys, business, call, challenge, chance, city, classic. I'm just looking at these words to see what's in there, what kinds of movies, I guess we could say. Comedy, comes, coming, cop. So this is as you can see, this is just a big set of words. Well, it's going to be interesting to see whether we can determine anything of interest, we can get any knowledge about movies by somehow examining these words and their frequencies, and possibly their relations to one another. Okay, and also, how are we going to get this list? So that's an important part of our task. And the first thing he's going to do is to see if there's any possibility of detecting trends across the years. He wants to figure out how the tagline documents differ from one year to the next. Now, what does that mean, right? That's not obvious. I mean, how do you measure how they differ from one year to the next? So that's when we get into the methodology of text mining. And he says we're going to compute a matrix of distances between all pairs of document years. So that's not so clear. First of all, what does he mean by distance between documents, right? You should have probably no idea of what we mean. So we have we have a document for each year, right? We said we have 40 documents which contain the words, or maybe something like that, for each of the years. And then how do we possibly talk about the distance between, say, a pair of years? What does that mean, right? That's not clear at all, but we're going to explain that. So anyway, if we could talk about the distance between the different documents, then, or the difference between the different years, then we would have something interesting. We could say, like, I don't know, the distance between 1977 and 1987 is more than is more than some other distance, or something like that. That might be interesting if we could do it. And actually the result of that, even though we still don't know how he's doing this, is that he's going to get this kind of picture here, and the closer that things are to each other means the closer the years are in terms of the types of movies that came out, or more specifically the kinds of words that are used to describe those movies. So the closer these things are, these numbers, these years are, the closer, supposedly, according to his measure of closeness, the closer these years are to each other. So like we can see that 1975 is supposedly more similar to 1978 than it is to 1991. Or is there anything unusual here? No, these are all close to each other, which is sort of expected, since they're actually, the years are close, 75, 76, 78, those are closer to each other. That's not so unexpected, nothing there. These are close to each other. So, okay, nothing terribly unexpected, but we see that that according to his way that and we don't know how he's done it yet, but according to this, these movies are close to each other, which is kind of interesting, because means his measure might be kind of accurate, because of course they are close in terms of when the movies came out. And so we can see that according to his measure, there's kind of distinct groups, like this is a group, and this is a group, and this is a group. So according to his measure, there are differences between movies at this time, and movies at this time. So that's interesting. Okay, let's stop this video and come back and explore some more.